I've been aiming to do this video for quite a while now, but I haven't got to it until now. I think that there are many Kdenlive users that don't even know that you can do things like this with Kdenlive, and also I think there are many people who wonder how you can do things like you did do in different editing effect suites with adjustment layers or nodes. So this is a really quick one. I'm just going to show you how you can do things like that in Kdenlive, just to get your creative juices flowing. And as the video title says, to open the Pandoras Box of possibilities. When you start exploring these things, the world opens. So first thing, you have to think in layers in Kdenlive, as you do in software like Photoshop or GIMP. So you think in layers. So I have a video clip here. I think is it called a black-necked raven or something like that. And as with layers, you have in principle two things. So I copy the first layer, copy it to the next layer. Of course I have to see that they are in the same time. Okay, now we have two of the same video clip, two layers if you want to think like that. And it's easier to think like that when you get the idea how to think in Kdenlive to do effects and stuff. It becomes a lot more easy. Okay, now I think all sorts of mist and black mist filters are quite crazy now, so everyone wants them, but you can do similar things in Kdenlive. I'm not doing this specifically, I'm just showing how you can do the effect stuff and a lot more. Okay, so we have this footage, and we take glow effect, soft glow, and now you can see it affects all of the image, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't get the layer underneath, doesn't get through, but here's the beauty in it. We use keying and add a luma key in it. Okay, something happened. It doesn't look great, but we have the layer underneath or clip underneath, but we can take it out. Now we see the black one is the things that does not come through. So in principle, soft glow affects only the part that is coming through. So we can change how much it's coming through with the threshold. So we have just put the glow and the mist in the highlights. So this is black, so it doesn't do anything on it. Now we can set the glow in the highlights parts only. Play with this. Like that. And now we again make the lower layer visible, and you have these parts that aren't affected by the glow. So this is the main principle of doing things. You can use luma key, you can use chroma key, you can use mask of different sorts, you can use rotoscoping, so you change the mask according to the movement, but we're not going into that much. And the most, or one of the most fun stuff in this is, what about the blending motion? Blending is a main part with working with layers in Photoshop or GIMP or software like that. Okay, this is a wipe, so it's changed, but look at this. You have most of the blending options here. And combining the keying and blending, you can get very interesting effects. So in principle, you do stuff with another clip, copy the clip, and use the same clips. You can use different kind of clips. You can use black and white clips as masks, but you have to consider that in video there is movement also, but we're not going into it. I'm trying to keep it as short as possible, so that you just start testing and find the joy in playing around with this stuff. And you have the normal blending modes here. So as in Photoshop, GIMP, you have to glow in the highlights. And so combining these, and you can have as many layers as you like and your computer can handle. So just new tracks and new layers. But as you know, perhaps from Photoshop or GIMP, the more layers you have, the more complex it gets, and you can break your brain doing it. So, but that's the fun in it. You can find things that make great effects and things like that. So it's a fun thing to explore with. So that's the basic principle. And now I can have this one, and one thing. It's good to use bezier curves, so you can control the luma key parts also, so you can change them a bit. So this is one thing, you can change parts also to make them smoother, even if you can use the slope to smoothen the luma key also, but using bezier curves in different places makes a great difference. And we can set bezier curves here also, and just in the lower part add saturation in the shadows like that. So now we have a crunchy saturated shadows and glowing highlights with two layers like this. Okay, it's not great, but you get the idea. Just start exploring this. You can do a lot with Kdenlive, from really basic to quite intermediate or quite complex things. You can do tracking, rotoscoping, and use them in layers. Think of layers. Okay, thanks.